A lot of people are expecting when you flip the switch, as you said, that all of a sudden, the revenue is going to pour in, and
Mhm.
well, but Amazon did it, or whatever, and all of a sudden it's just it's the easy button, so to speak. But we're talking about several things here. I mean, several of which you already mentioned. We're also dealing with, I mean, this is, I treat it as a scientific process of, not only does the technology and the data have to align, but our first test may not work as expected, right? That's why we make hypotheses and, and test them and revisit and all that stuff. So how do you manage the expectations there of, okay, well, we invested X amount of, resources, dollars, whatever the case may be. This is gonna take time. It's gonna pay off because we know it pays off. But like, how do you manage that with leadership and really, and I guess everyone that has those expectations set on them as well?
Yeah, it can be a challenge, right? It can be tough. The way that I've approached doing that is one, getting a sense and feel for how well is this this technology or capability really understood. Like, and just
Yeah.
what you just said, I work very hard to sort of clarify what are the expectations, so so I can proactively identify if if my leadership or exec team has a clear understanding or not, because then that informs what degree of like education awareness do I need to provide as I think about my own communication to them, or the positioning of this capability and the updates that I provide.
Yeah.
So I think a big part of it is just that it's I like to be very transparent and upfront with things, whether it's in goal setting or when we talk about sort of expectations about, if we start here and we have a vision state that looks like X, let's say, a vision state is a enterprise wide scaled, experimentation program. You want to be very clear about what are those milestones that get you there, and what will performance look like from here to there. So I think it's about addressing any potentially incorrect or maybe uninformed expectations about, yes, digital experimentation is a fantastic tool. It provides a lot of benefits. But to your point, or what I've run into, is trying to educate the organization at large. Experimentation specifically is not a binary win-lose type capability. It's really about getting data to understand your visitors and their experience, and learning to understand better, that you then plug back into your product and your experience development. So when necessary, I try to refocus what the goal of it is, if that's sort of maybe not as well understood,
Yeah.
particularly in organizations where it's new.